Alright, welcome back. Game football? Yes. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Hi. Is it this one?
I really should look into gillyweed, although I'd still need to swim.
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the mer people.
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we duelled in the Crossed Swans Club.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are. I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the ministry, then the mer people should have one too.
I think you're wasting
I'm
time.
not so sure this is a worthwhile endeavour. Do the mer people even want to be liaised with?
They seem to be open to it so far. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
Tell me about Wizard Kind's relationship with
How
more
has
people.
wizard kind fallen short in its treatment of mer people?
Well, we've consistently deemed mer people as being beneath us despite the many similarities between our cultures. One can hardly blame them for declining being status by the ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
What will a liaison do? To the more people.
What do you imagine a liaison to the mer people would do?
Oh, so many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my mermish, of course. And I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizard kind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
What's so interesting about more people?
What is it about the mer people that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumor is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known mer people, sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
Well, I can help you.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water.
Back here.
I'd much rather... I can't...
Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact? Confringo! Now then, I'll need you to come with me. Now for the rest of you. Confringo! Lumos! What do we have in here then? Nerida will be happy about this. Your gift from the mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
I decided to keep the gift.
I quite like the idea of an authentic mermish artifact. I'm tempted to keep it myself.
What? Why would you do that? That gift was a gesture of goodwill, a symbol of hope. I was going to show it to the ministry.
I'm teasing, it's yours. I don't think you wanted it.
If you really wanted this, then perhaps you should have fetched it yourself.
I would, if I knew how to swim. I just hope you haven't set relations between wizard kind and mer people back decades. That's it.
That's
I
it.
shall definitely need to learn how to swim.
Revelio.
Or use a bubblehead charm.
Yeah. Let's go to Gareth. What is quest?
I wish I'd never told you about my god or met you.
You would do this starting to describe the series then.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Fupa feather and potions. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Wisby-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Should you be studying?
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Wisbies is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds rather
I don't
untoward.
know, Gareth. Secret passage to a cellar. Sounds like it's off limits.
Not at all. It's a perfectly legitimate secret passage. I'd use it if I could. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Is that the stealing?
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeydukes is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed, trust me.
Can't someone buy them for
Can
you?
you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Okay. I'll
See
give
what
it a
I
try.
can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Revelio.
There is a something nearby. Who the heck?
Revelio.
Oh, here. Hello. What?
Revelio. This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password? Descendium. It was all down here. Revelio. Lumos. A lift. Must be how I get down. Revelio. Lumos. That seems to have done the trick. Revelio. This castle will never cease to surprise me. Revelio. Confringo. Levioso. Revelio. I'm going to have to get past this. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Reparo. Levioso.
There's a vision.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. One more to go and I'll make it across. Levioso. Something's getting in the way of that platform. Depulso. Flipendo. Accio. Levioso. That did the trick. Revelio. I need to find a way to open that gate. Revelio. Confringo. Something smells sweet. Too close to Honeydukes.
Yeah, we should do the Phoenix. And let's do that afterwards. So we can unlock the final part of the menagerie.
Revelio. Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth? I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Since I'm here, and then real quick, I think we have like an item.
Defeating.
It is wonderful to see you back here.
A bit more than one.
Penny wishes you safe and...
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them! Incredible.
Yours for
Getting
free.
them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Of course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whiz beer.
Revelio.
Oh, so that. Okay. Poppy blooms. We could do that. It's right next to us, so it's not like an actual place. We'll just talk to him and move it on. Yeah, since we're right here, let's get it done. And then the Phoenix.
Just the person I was hoping to see.
I see Doran finally convinced you to leave the Snidgets.
If anyone can keep them out of poacher hands, it's the centaurs. And I wanted to thank you. When the poachers ambushed us, it was nice not to face them alone.
I'm always happy to put poachers in the
You can
place.
always count on me for a fight when it comes to poachers.
That makes two of us. I am glad you came to Hogwarts. It's already been my best year. I wouldn't want a repeat of Horntail Hall, of course, but I did enjoy the Three Broomsticks. Had no idea how lovely it was there.
Had you never been to the Three Broomsticks?
I used to spend most of my time with Highwing, and well, I don't know how Serona feels about hippogriffs popping in for a butterbeer. Highwing's the only one I would have gone with. Or Gran, of course.
You should wine me okay.
Highwing is nice company, but perhaps it's time to add a few more friends to your circle.
I am starting to see the appeal of human friends. It was nice to talk about my parents and Gran with someone, and share Highwing.
Have you heard from your parents?
I don't suppose you've heard anything from your parents, have you?
I haven't, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Did you tell your gran we found the Snidgets?
Does your gran know that we found the Snidgets?
I couldn't hold it in any longer. I told her everything. She was livid that I'd been anywhere near the poachers, but she confessed that she was rather envious about the Snidgets.
Stay out of trouble, Poppy.
It has all been a pleasure, Poppy. Do try and stay out of trouble.
Don't know that I can. We've taken on poachers twice now, successfully. I rather think you've helped me develop a taste for it. And with centaurs as allies, I might actually go looking for trouble. You and I should meet for a butterbeer.
Revelio.
Perhaps Highwing can join us?
No, Phoenix Rising. Closest place is this one. We can get these couple of things on the way there. Also, I think this guy had a broom selling, which we haven't got on this character.
Accio. Who lived here, oh
Can you push it like this? I don't know.
Bombarder. Repulsor.
Does. Okay.
An excellent purchase. Thank you. I hope to see you again.
Revelio.
So-called patrol.
Brooms.
Revelio.
I might have gone more planetary code attention to instructions. Bringing your ears out. Full of customer, I really do.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Reparo. Revelio.
This mongrel?
Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Reparo. Confringo. Revelio.
I found a Dirical den near one of the...
You'll pay. Confringo. Levioso. Bombarda. Incendio. Repulso. Reparo.
What's that?
Revelio.
We did not find these guys. Let's go back a little bit.
Revelio.
You only have Ranrock to blame.
Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Guardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Sendo. Glacius. Defender. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. You will fall. Incendio. No. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Нічого собі. О, это.
Revelio.
Blockade. Hogwarts poachers are already here.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Could the Phoenix be in there?
Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Everyone that a wizard's
Phoenix is
No, Levioso. Keep looking. You've seen how much a single Sendo. Just imagine how Glacius. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio.
thought we'd forget about
Incendio.
it.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio.
Not survive this fight!
Expelliarmus. Protagonist.
Upset around like a
Revelio.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oops.
The Phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it. I need to find it before the poachers do. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. There it is again. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Ascendo. Glacier. Defendo. Potato.
Oops.
Confringo. Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Well, if it isn't the little Hypocrite.
Protego! Stupid! Away, Crucio!
Let me out go. You'll pay for that.
Please, what? Defender! Also! That was for Highway. Bombarda! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Revelio! Hello. I'm head out. I can take you somewhere safe.
Spero nie idem patrzę.
Let's get you back to the room. Deke's going to be pleased. Revelio!
Right, this is done. With more quests in Hogwarts. You can try doing or finishing all the side quests in Hogwarts and then branch out into the world.
I should investigate.
Look at this though.
Confringo! Accio! Corso! Lumos. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Is this guy?
Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Is this guy supposed to be a pawn?
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Or not?
Revelio.
Did you find the phoenix?
Yes, Deke. And I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable. Well, what are you waiting for? Deke cannot wait to... My heavens. What a beauty. You keep it close.
Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Deke. Thank you.
Deke is grateful for the kind words, and also grateful to have been of assistance to someone like yourself. Helping you do such good for so many beasts has given Deke a sense of peace Deke hasn't known in years. Deke will always be here for you when you need him.
Revelio.
Let's get the 3 items from here. Then with the connections.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Done.
Revelio. Hello, Sophronia. That was quite the quiz you gave me. What are you up to now?
Good test of one's knowledge, isn't it? I'm actually working on something equally interesting, but need help from a 5th year, so it's good you came along. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
Doesn't sound like
She was
so.
just good at casting a spell. No wonder I've never heard of her.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said the single greatest Depulso master of all time. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
What did Herodiana Byrne do?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What happened to Herodiana before?
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while. Just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
That's what I can do.
Tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything. Revelio.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
I'll take that later. Let's do one.
Suppose I should look for that secret hall Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small,
This must be the entrance to the hall. Better go inside and find those puzzles. Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was. Revelio. That check wasn't too long. Wonder what's next. Accio.
I thought it was gonna be.
Revelio. See, the switch reset everything. Good to know. Accio.
Well done.
Revelio. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left.
We could do this.
Revelio. That's the last of them. Seems like this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble.
Not one of the three. One.
I could use your help. Revelio.
Yep.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
My father writes to me every week.
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Yeah.
You were right about how spectacular it is. Which is why it's a pity you didn't find it yourself.
You double-crossing cur. I can't believe I told you about the Hall of Herodiana. Oh, I should have waited and done it myself. It would have only been 2 more years. You don't deserve to possess such an invaluable
Revelio.
historic outfit.
Menace. You're slithering.
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
What is the map?
Hello? Were you calling me?
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
No.
Why would I want to decipher an old map?
For the sheer knowledge of it. Hogwarts fascinates me. Plus, you can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Any idea what star?
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecate's classroom.
Perhaps I'll have a
Very
look.
well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Revelio. Ah, rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer. This stairwell looks promising. This looks like the portrait from the map. Now where's the treasure? Aha! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait. I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
Something on the other side. I think that was the chest that contains wooden. This side, so we can't pick it.
Made any progress with your treasure?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick run might yield anything interesting.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions.
Where is this?
Then she wasn't comfortable
Which one
with
is that,
our
Holmes?
breaking.
Open that. How are you doing?
Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
What's so important about
Is
bells?
it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or calling Asia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It only matters that all the fish Catholics. Did Professor Black really remove the bells for a headache?
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly
Trippy
naps.
troppy.
That's all he
Troppy
does in his
trippy.
office, you know. But then I heard, can you keep a secret?
So I'll be
I
going
heard
for
from
the.
Alice, who heard
Yes.
from Ollie, who heard from Eugene.
You better
that
say
the
psych
voice
right
of
now.
bells reminded him of his
Or I shall
wedding day.
send you to the
Breaking out in a
gallows.
sweat every hour on the hour. But Mum's the
So
way.
man, you say why? Oops. Why can't you put the bells up yourself?
If only 2
Well, how
bells
on-
are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Holmes.
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf.
That's it, Holmes.
Mother
To
likes
the
to think
gallows
me
with you.
catchy tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Might be able to help with the bells.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really?
With 4 pages today, basically reached 60 pages. Nice, well done.
Just above
I wrote
the
about 3 pages today,
You're
one of my
certainly more
topics.
help than Adelaide.
Revelio. I imagine the bells are just inside.
There's supposed to be something
the
over there.
tower.
You know. Oh, there's something on the other side. Oh. I know this. By the way, oh, I'm almost done. What a premium. Nice.
Revelio. Lumos.
Wait, I started the 4th topic today, and I either have to write 8 or 9. One person will have. The way they divided, one person will have to do 8, the rest will have to do 9. So, yeah, almost half, almost half. And also, so far this topic kinda has been the most interesting. At least most interesting to write in a rushed manner, because this is the one about the nervous system. I wrote those 3 pages, by the way. It's good, at least it isn't boring. Yeah. I mean, the rest is not boring per se, but just finding the information there is just such a hassle. And it's kind of like the time pressure.
As if the sapling are
So, yeah.
to the mighty.
But yeah, I wrote about, well, not 3 pages, but let's say 2 pages
How may I
about the mid. I'm interested in Goblin Rebellion.
I'm interested in the Goblin Rebellion.
What's it called? Hold on. It's the brain inside your
history is
your spine. Cerebellum.
can trace most goblin rebellions to wizard intervention. More specifically,
Dude, I remember the freaking Bulgarian name and now I forgot the English one.
who may legally possess them. The Goblin Rebellion of 16.
The spinal cord? Yeah, the spinal cord.
Arose from
Explain it.
goblin
It's the spinal cord. It's the
lack of representation on the
well, the central nervous system has basically like two parts, which is two main parts. The first one is the brain, you know, the whole thing inside your skull, and then
shows that violence
yeah, the second part is the Hogsmeade was attacked.
But Hogsmeade was just attacked.
The cerebral one in your spine, the one that's going down in your spine.
One of the 18th century's rebellions was led by Urg the Unclean. He had been
The spinal cord, yeah, the spinal cord.
publicly by a group of young wizards, if you can imagine that. Another rebellion in 1752. The rebellion was so badly mishandled that Minister for Magic Albert Boot was forced to resign. That being said, his replacement, one Basil Flack, lasted mere weeks. Best sort of vindication.
See, I have to. I wrote about 2 pages about the spinal cord. That's very interesting. Now I have to write about the brain, which will probably be more because well, the brain has more parts. The main brain. Then I have the peripheral nervous system, which is basically all of your sensory stuff, basically.
Who quickly quashed the Jewel uprising
And then
with his signature brutality.
I think that was the main of it, and I also have the backbone. Backbone?
Response led to even more werewolf
What about it?
conflict.
I have to do the
Noted all of this, have you not?
absolutely.
Oh,
I can listen to
yes, Professor.
basically describe the neuron.
Continue. I take it your thirst for knowledge has yet to be quenched.
If you would be so kind, Professor Binns.
I rarely find an
Well, it was called
or otherwise eager
spinal
to
cord.
engage in such
Yeah, it's the spinal cord. That was the name.
I find your lectures quite engaging.
And that's the brain that's inside your spine.
My sincere pleasure. Now, I do believe I should be preparing for my next class. Good day to you.
Said good day, sir. There's a walk over there. Oh, that's Madam Hogwarts.
Revelio. Ah, the bells must be upstairs. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there.
Yeah. By the way, I still have been kind of focusing on these topics for the final exam, but I still have to finish my my essay for the end of the month, and then I have another one for the 19th with the classmate, and we haven't started. We have not started that shit at all.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. Revelio.
Right now the snow is gone. Why do I feel like the weather is random every single time I go outside?
Revelio. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well.
Revelio.
I don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
By the way, you know what I'm really tempted to try? Let's do this one, I guess.
I wonder if you might be able to help me with a small,
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I've had some good
I
luck.
suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Are you afraid of your own shadow too?
Surely you're joking. You can't possibly be afraid of a puffskein.
It may seem irrational to you, but my experience with them has been most upsetting. They eat bogies, you know. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
That's actually funny.
I'm sorry, but you have to admit that's rather clever.
I do not have to admit that. Everett said the same thing. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What should I
What
expect?
sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Let's see what we can do.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Apple scheme.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing. Revelio.
An idiot on the train with a dog and umbrella. What?
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down.
What you talking about, James? Are you still traveling back, by the way?
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor.
With the umbrella from the dog, because the guy's an idiot, and didn't have the weapon in his hand to go right out, then the wind did go. You almost hit him with porqueria.
Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Confringo. Revelio. Lumos.
Oh,
Confringo.
oh look, they're doggy. Is that a little one?
Confringo. getting chestnuts on Revelio. Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
I'm so wait for pieces already on. Nice. Well, we still got like 45 minutes.
Lumos.
Okay, see. You know what what I'm considering to try? Although, wait, considering and would like to try is the biggest storm going too. Nice, it might rain here too, hopefully. Hope I can get it run like the wind drums. The wind is running too. Alright, let's go get it back to Buffskin Dungeon.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
It's you. Okay, I'm kind of tempted to try magic rooms. Just I'm going to get struck by lightning. If I run, if I survive, I'll keep the cool ass car though. Oh, and just make sure the lightning doesn't make you late for the shift, Yoms.
Have you found anything to prove?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Actually, I might just keep this.
Now that I think about it, Puffskein Dunkin, I think I shall keep this.
Puffskein Dunkin.
Cowardice.
You can't be serious. This is awful. I don't know what to do now.
We'll learn a lesson from this.
I'm doing you a favor. Disappointment like this will encourage you to become a stronger person.
I don't need to be stronger. I need to be left alone. Even Zenobia Noak will make fun of me now. You've wasted my time. You're not who I thought you were.
It was me.
Never have trusted you.
Revelio.
Pushkira 8 and Orna, but we think this total. It was Orna. I have a feeling you've told me that. Was that the real life game? The one where you run around in real life and you collect stuff? Yeah.
Imagine solving a riddle that
It's a question. You know what, Holmes? You were like, you should play Firestone. You know, I get to play Firestone, and what do? You don't play it ever again.
Is everything alright?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not alright. I may be in a spot of trouble with the library.
Firestone. You know, that idol game.
Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag,
well, you were like, you know, you should play this game, and I did. You know, you're not playing it. Well, it seems like a lot of work to just give it books.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I'd collect the books and remove the charm myself. Except this is the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents.
You're not committed to the cause.
You could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
What did admit telling you?
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
If I have time.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands.
Wait, another? I'm on the
and bring them to me.
3
I can
starting
remove
it.
the charm.
Oh, brother, I'm on the street and starting up run. Run like the wind that's about to. That's carrying the doom.
Got it. Only 4 more to go. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
A storm is coming.
It's an outrage. No one.
Yeah, let's take this guy's quest.
Revelio. Accio. That's the last book.
I wish there was a storm.
Now
Yeah.
take them back to Cressida.
Just to match the mood.
I've been kidnapped.
It's up for you know.
Are you alright? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped.
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame.
I need to log on. We need to log on the other character, the Gryffindor one, and come back here. Because on that character we bought his portrait. I'm not sure that's true.
Did that really happen, or are you simply being overdramatic?
Of course it happened.
Because I want to see what happened to this portrait in the second one. I forgot to do that.
Horse-faced girl, that's a story of cricket. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the 3 broomsticks. That's why my other frame hung. A hovel of a place. Though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the 3 broomsticks.
Was Astoria Cricket, you know, would you take your frame?
Just who is Astoria Cricket, and what would she want with your frame?
She's a 4th-year troublemaker, that's who. She and her band of hoodlums discuss all sorts of misdeeds right under my nose, and then resent me for overhearing them. I can only assume they took my frame in some misguided attempt to punish me for doing my job.
What do you do for the headmaster?
What do you mean you do important work for the headmaster?
Let's just say I overhear quite a bit in Serona's fine establishment, and the headmaster likes to know all about it. He's come to count on me in this regard. Reminds me of my prefect days.
Can you see anything from the other
I
frame?
don't suppose you have any idea where your stolen frame was taken. Can you see anything from it?
I most certainly can. They brought me to a ruin of all places. Some crumbling atrocity surrounded by water from the sound of it. Oh, I do also recall seeing the coast on the way.
Ask what I can
I
find
can
out.
look into the matter for you.
Oh, I got hit by lightning. It's your origin story,
Do it
Yoms.
quickly though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me.
Revelio.
Portrait in a pickle. Hello there, General Club.
Hello, Cressida.
Like the end of my
I've
story.
read your books, including your diary.
When your story to begin, the old one is then.
I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Perhaps a reward to keep the diary
Unless you
secret.
want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
Perhaps not.
And you're not who I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next. Should never...
Revelio.
Nice. Ooh, complete hide relationship quests. 80%. Only 32 left. Talents. I have all the dark cards. Spell. Nintendo Mastery. British Shockwave. Wait, not quest. I want to see the map. How are we doing with this, please? Let's do this one, sure. Let's do the duels. Oh god.
Revelio. Leviosa.
Oh, Lucan, I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
Yes.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful.
Bombartini is not skinny.
Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Well, the lightning didn't get your... brain knowledge away.
Nicely done.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
That's some cool on me.
Incendio.
Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
It was just a
It
dummy.
was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Hey, it's that ball.
Hello, Lucan.
Okay.
Is the final
Let's
round
fight.
of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Absolutely.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
No. Oh, you know what the trumpet best friend is called? What? Look at this. We can't do Sebastian. So they've paid attention to detail. Like, this is a pretty early quest. It's an introductory quest. So after you finish the whole quest line for Sebastian, and you reported him, so he's away, you can't call for him anymore.
Get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Championship round. Wait, I can't use curses. I can't just have a ground. Unbelievable.
I could never duel like that. What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I'm just getting started.
Nothing. I'm just getting started.
If the best duelist in the school
With the comments
wins
though.
competition,
Damn it.
then perhaps you should consider
Bombardini,
transferring to Dehds.
Tarquini.
Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor
Won the
to
summon for the
present you
like the fourth time. The fourth time is gonna be the last one,
your
notice.
accomplishment.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it! You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned a tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Revelio.
I think there's supposed to be a connection just here or something.
Lost to a new student? I didn't see
The
that.
best duelist won, I suppose.
Revelio.
It was an accident.
Who's that?
It was a long time ago.
Oh, it's gone. I need to get upstairs.
Oh, whoever played that note needs to
Revelio.
I don't hear it at all. I'm pretty much above.
Revelio.
What definitely.
Revelio. Revelio.
You don't hear it at all here. Wait,
Revelio.
can't hear it. You can't hear it anymore. Was it bombed? Wait, I can check. I am missing 8. I am missing one field guide page here.
Revelio.
I'm freaking baffled.
Revelio.
No, help me. Here we're missing one field guide. What the heck are they?
Revelio.
Thomas Brown knows more about books.
Revelio.
Here.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Well done indeed.
Revelio.
The Democrat Party just posted a printout with a Pocatio curse inside of it.
Husking Dunking is still all I hear. Thanks for being an utter waste
You're
of
welcome,
time.
Posting thinking. Anything you see in Italy. Yeah, that's not it. They must have like Jane Cena mentioned there for a time to be alive. We also saw Trump posted himself as cosplaying as the Pope after he died. We are kind of living in the meme times.
Revelio.
There's nobody.
Revelio.
Where's that page? In here. It's just like almost like just an individual one that I'm missing, and like
Revelio.
two collection chests. Oh, the one of them is here. Let's do this. Let's do one court. Are you close, by the way, Yoms? Gonna be able to hop on in like 20 minutes?
What are you doing out here? Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio.
Accio.
I'll let you have that one.
Okay.
Try to beat that.
I can really screw myself up like this. Well, that was actually pretty good. I gave him 10 points, but I took 30.
All in the wrist.
Accio.
There we go.
That was one for the ages. Well done. You beat me.
So this not a winner.
Bit of good luck, that's all.
That was a lot.
I'm not lucky. I'm simply better than you.
All right, fine.
I'm simply better.
You're better than me. I'll let the others know you're good enough to keep playing.
The others?
I lost 7 matches in a row to Samantha Dale. The others who play Summoner's Court thought that if you couldn't beat me, you wouldn't be enough of a challenge.
You're clearly not cut out for this.
Leander, there's no easy way to say this. Well, actually, there is. You're not cut out for it.
Well, you could have found a harder way to say it. But perhaps you're right. I'll let the others know you're good enough for them.
It was so mean. So let's go to the natural.
The school is indebted to you.
Revelio.
Who knows what would have happened
What's
with
up?
Hogwarts if you hadn't been there.
Professor, I wondered if I could ask how you came to Hogwarts.
Ah, I suppose that is not an unexpected question. After I told you about my time in Mahutokoro, it was a simple matter of fate, really. After my experience with the Toyohashi Tengu, I was determined to find work that would fulfill me. I accepted a position with the Japanese Ministry of Magic. I cannot tell you the specifics of my work. A few years into my post, I had the honor of working with Professor Weasley. At the time, a curse breaker for the British ministry.
Professor Weasley was a curse breaker for the Ministry.
She was. But I would advise you not to inquire upon it. She is quite clear that her focus is now Hogwarts. We coordinated, shall we say, defensive efforts on a particular matter, and were talking one evening about the rigors of our respective positions. She mentioned plans to return to Britain and Hogwarts specifically. I noted I could appreciate her decision. Her description of the school was so enchanting that when she wrote to me a few years later about the open position of flying professor, I was intrigued.
How could you leave your home?
Wasn't it difficult to leave your home?
In some way, yes. But in others, I was ready for another adventure, to bring my experience and knowledge to another realm. My reason for coming to Hogwarts was to expand my horizons.
Then you enjoy being a flying instructor, even after all that happened?
I do. And not despite all that happened, but because of it. You would do well to let lessons be just that, lessons. Learn from your errors, in judgment or otherwise. I am proud to impart such knowledge upon students, no matter where in the globe they may reside.
Aloha, Mora. Revelio.
Ooh, legendary. 80%. Ooh. I'm dealing with the collections, by the way. 25 more value, then minutes. One is from vendor. Okay, there. How am I missing so many enemies? There's one from the quest with the store. Where's the other one? Oh, each infamous foe is gonna be one, by the way. Maybe that's why. So we haven't got that many yet. Alright, let's go save. Tomorrow we'll probably branch out a bit. We might actually reach 40 hours with this one. And I kind of feel like... we'll see. We are close, but we still have a couple of days of quests. Anyway, alright. I'm gonna take a quick break and we're gonna be swapping to supermarkets. Yeah, I'll be right back.